Welcome, you absolute amazing people, to Mr. Hawk's second season with Sampdoria. Now, I just want to make out right here, thanks so much for the support and love for the first episode. We keep it up in this episode, I really do appreciate it. Now, after going over last episode as well, we managed to get promoted into Serie A comfortably. I will be honest with you right here, playing a new form of attacking football, and I hope to keep that in Serie A as Sampdoria returns to the big leagues once again. As we look at the squad right here, we do have to start off with some bad news. Coda, our veteran striker and the teacher to Francesco Kamada, has hanged up his boots as he wants to leave on a high, and to be fair, I don't blame him, scoring over nearly 20 goals last season. The big man will certainly be missed. But I can see as well some new younger talent still entering the squad right here. We've got some really good young faces in the defence as well as that in the midfield, and I hope to improve that with the youth academy. We're in this window, we have £11 million to spend. Not a lot, yes, but I hope to find some real gems to help us push us over the mark and really perform well in my return season in Serie A. Starting up with our first signing right here, it's a loan to buy for £5 million for the Roma centre midfield, Nicola Pesci over here, and I think he can fit really well in that midfield role. And we can see an absolute gem from the free agents. 80 rated, right back, can play attacking. I think why not, as our protector, Jamie Protector, joins the squad for an absolute bargain feed. And now to replace Coda, and I think we need to go a little bit of small man, big man combination up forward, and this man will certainly fit the bill. Our record feed for £4.5 million, it's William Osula joins the squad as our new number 9 up forwards. That's the up-to-date squad right here. Not too much a change, as I want to keep some spare cash for January if it is needed. But you can see right here, the squad looks absolutely wonderful. I'm so happy with it. And heck, we're getting some new interest, as the board wanted to let me know that a documentary series wanted to be made about the rise of Sampdoria. And I think why not? Absolutely bring new faces and new interest to the club. So with all this attention on Sampdoria's return to Serie A, let's see how we get on with the match highlights. It's been 4 years since Sampdoria played top flight in Italian football, and our first returning game in Serie A is against Cremonese at the Luigi Sforera Stadium. And to be fair, we played it at the back a little bit too much, and it came back to bite us. 3 at the back disaster. Johansson was one-on-one, and he made us pay from a terrible mistake. But we weren't going to lie down and take it. As 2 minutes in, up the other end, Protector spotted Serie B's player of the year. Francesco Kamada gets us back our equaliser. Cremonese over here was stuck in the mud. Fienzi steals the ball, has options, sends through Francesco Kamada, and this time he will give us the lead. 2-1, we turned this game upside down, and he was so close at getting a hat-trick but got stopped. While Johansson was unable to hit the target, we certainly made them pay. Jamie up the right this time, spotted substitute Chene to secure the 3-1 victory in our returning game in Serie A. But like before, in this game against Sassuolo, we were unable to deal with the upper quality of Serie A, trailing once again. But like before, we were able to respond quickly as the midfield Fienzi gets his first goal for Sampdoria, a real option to buy for next season. I'm really looking forward to it. But maybe some work at the back is needed, as failing to mark his man, cross in for Kazasaki's header and gives Sassuolo the lead. We're trailing, but hopefully not for long. Our record signing Manchester heads it off. Only stopped, and while Henderson off the bench was unable to break the keeper, we failed to take our chances, while at the other end, Sassuolo didn't. Lorient extend their lead, and when it rains it pours, as Berardi seals a 4th goal for us. I hope that bloody doesn't make the cut for the Netflix documentary. And it gets a lot harder, as at home we have Napoli up next. And it was like chickens into a fox den. All I can say is how do you like your chickens? Curry or fried? As we had all the chances to survive. McTominay, of course he had to do something. But a cross seems to be our weakness right here. And Lag heads in for a deserving 1-0 lead for Napoli. Hoping for some fight back right here before half time. Oswala was able to get into the box and finally gets his first goal for Sampdoria in a much needed time. But here, entering the second half, that goal changed everything as these chickens had boxing gloves ready. As we had Napoli on the bloody ropes, literally running circles past him. And the clock enters the 89th minute. It's into Oswala again, who takes his chance, but no pipe cigar for this side as it's a 1-1 draw. But we kept the good momentum against the old lady as Jamie Protector enters the box, takes aim and gets a 1-0 shocking lead. And heck, these old ladies were absolute in shock, tripping their own feet right here as we managed to find a second past them. Worst came to worst for Juventus. Rossi, our young star, on the wing, gives it to Francesco Camado, managed to tap in a third, falling apart by the scenes like a Serie A scandal as we got awarded a penalty and Francesco Camado on the spot. Pressure, what pressure, as he sent it like a rocket in the top corner for a 4-0 win. And against Como over here, it was back to normal as our backs were certainly against the wall. Out of my depth right here. Don't know how he was able to get the shot behind me. But soon we managed to get the wheels in motion right here. But sadly it was all for nothing as we had to share the points in a 0-0 goalless draw. Oh boy, not looking good at all. 15th in the table, 4 points away from the relegation zone. This could be an absolute dire season to watch for Sampdoria, an absolute terrible one to watch on Netflix, may I say. But let's have a look at the squad. Some of it may be down with the squad being a little bit too young and unprepared for Serie A. I just say it just needs some time. But time isn't going to be in our favour. We hope to rescue this season for Sampdoria. Luckily though, we did have some luck in the transfer window as we have £15 million thanks to the Netflix documentary. We managed to get some investments thanks to a local businessman as we have £15 million to spend. And we need to make some crucial signings to hope to save this season. And that, of course, is bringing in another Scotsman. For £7 million, breaking our record signing, we are bringing in Lennon Miller for Udinese. And afterwards, 2 loan signings, one with an option to buy in the names of Sir Napin, and afterwards Chelsea centre-back Aaron Assamino over here joins us on loan for the rest of this season. And with the remaining budget, I did manage to turn Nicola Pienzi's loan into permanent. So that is the up-to-date squad going into our second half of the season. Will it be enough to keep our season afloat? Well, let's find out with the match highlights. Call me paranoid, call me a little bit nervous, but I don't want to be going through Serie B football with Sampdoria. And well, it's a real 6-pointer against, out of all clubs, Lecce. We're a little bit shaky, especially in the position we are. Giving away the ball too easy. Marin able to keep our hopes alive. But we have to keep to our system. And this system works out as Jamie Protector delivers a 1-0 lead. Able to breathe, but we didn't let Lecce bleed. Francesco Camada sticks it where the keeper was unable to save to double our lead. But call it unlucky? I call it bad defending otherwise, as Lecce were able to get some life in this game. And they were hoping to gasp for it as we barely survived into the second half. But we were able to get some of our own luck in as Miller's shot got saved. Ursula was able to convert the rebound for some breathing space. And a real man of the match performance from Miller in his debut. Create the attack, gives it to Rossi, who lays it across to Ursula to get his second in a 4-1 and a must-real win right here. The frozen pitch of the Stadium Ferreira, Milan, we decided to heat things up over here, failing to score the opener as Cambrada misses. But it was easy pickings for the Rossoneri as they found Memphis to buy in so much room to give them the lead. It wasn't over yet as flag stays down for Francesco Camada, unable to, as we're pushing it onto the second half. Protector spotted Cambrada as the former Rossoneri failed to give us an equaliser. 70th minute, Rossi charged, but there was no hope. As I was looking onto the clock, it's nearly midnight and Cinderella is going home poor. Rossi spotted Cambrada, it's unlucky. Osona blocked, but who was to save us but one of our own, Martin. He comes off the bench at a crucial time, rescuing us a point for Sampdoria. And Palermo away, a light switch absolutely flicked as we turned out to be the more aggressive side right here. Sent through Francesco Camada, the finishing touches for the opening goal. But something from the training ground over here. Corner routine as Montini heads in his first goal for Sampdoria. And Cambrada beats the offside trap to secure his brace. It got worse for the second half for Palermo. Miller in the box delivers a beautiful ball to Francesco Camada to secure his first Serie A hat-trick. And it ended with Palermo absolutely imploding before our very eyes, as Firenze's one-on-one chance to seal 5 goals and helping our goal difference out massively. Francesco Camada turned out to be a man reborn, as you can see right here on the volley! A volley of dreams past Roma to give us the opening goals. An absolute beauty, as Roma's response was only to rattle the crossbar, and it only took half a season, but things are finally working out for Mr. Hawkside, as the counter-attack was beautiful, as Rossi converts in the rebound to 2-0. Even our number 9 was hitting the ground running, kicks it 3-0, and sealing the kiss of death, William Osula makes it 4-0 past Roma. This is an absolute amazing performance. Not even the might of Inter can put us off right here, as Francesco Camada, juggling with the ball on his feet, sticks it past Summers' reach for the opening goal. Inter frustrated, they start to deal with Martinez as Marin refuses to beat near post. Delaying the inedible corner, Marin saves us once again, but it wasn't over. A ball to Martinez, blocked by Assamino, but the chance falls to Martinez's feet, but Marin rushes to get it, and crucial save from him. And in the second half, we were able to deal with too many of their attacks and a little bit one of our own. A counter-attacking, and look at the numbers. What do the numbers mean, Mason? Let me tell you, it's 2-0 Sampdoria, an absolute brilliant win. And let's see if that hope survives our fate in Serie A. Now that is a lot better. 13th in the table, 13 points clear off the drop. With 5 games remaining, we just need to do is just get 1 win, and we've secured our status for next season in Serie A. Beautiful scenes right here as we're entering the Diego Maradona for our first opponent, Napoli. We've still got other games to rescue our season, but to be honest with you, I hardly think that would be necessary. As we're playing great football, we need to do is get the win over Napoli in their own backyard, and we're pretty much secured Serie A next season. Napoli produced a little bit of trouble, especially at home turf right here. It's headed back down. Loses the ball sadly, so easy right there. They're in the box, it's a great save. Managed to get rid of it, but Marin managed to hold on to the ball tight. In the reverse fixture, we were all over Napoli. Only got a draw out of them though. It's a good ball to Rossi in the box, as Osler gets the shot off! Oh, it came out of nowhere like lightning McQueen as the Diego Maradona Stadium hits like a library. We take the lead and one step securing our fate back into Serie A football. Ball into Jamie Protector's feet right here and managed to keep it on like a magnet to his feet. And literally the run is lovely. Cabrada lays across the Philippines. Now good the ball, there we go. Osler gets the shot, but sadly keeper gets hold of it. Owen right here before half time. Napoli hoping to get a response. Flag is staying down on that. Jamie Protector wins it, but sadly loses it in a matter of seconds. The dribble, Lukaku in the box is an invitation of a disaster. And Napoli certainly get their equaliser. Romelu Lukaku makes it all squared. 1-1 here. I know there's more games we can get another win, but still I want to do it here, make a real statement, and also could really do that for me. Oh, keeper just gets his fingers, but oh no, protector gets hold of it, gets another rebound, but the Napoli defenders, oh, couldn't get it either, but I think the foul is in the place. It was so close. We're getting aggressive into the second half. Ball back into Osler's feet again. We're pushing for another goal. We want it more right here. Miller lays it across to Rossi. Rossi's first touch could be enough, but couldn't find the back of the net, let alone the target. Napoli playing around the back and loses it. Osler gets ball back in our possession, plays across to Fortinelli in the box, who plays it across to Cabrera, gets saved, and just scrambling to get something out of here. Napoli are panicking. It's literally the reverse fixture all over again. Corner in our favour. Couldn't get it. Oh, Monty couldn't get a touch onto it either. Oh, come on, get control of the ball, Felices. Lovely work. This is what we spent the money on you. Miller now dribbles round with ease. Here comes our Scottish sensation. He lays across to Fortinelli, who finally breaks that deadlock. Napoli's lock shatter, Sampdoria succeed. We finally get the advantage, which was truly deserved, as off the bench Fortinelli makes it 2-1 to Sampdoria. Felices holds on to it, 82nd minute right here, and we're looking for more. Lovely ball, Francesco Camada all by himself, and he will seal it bottom corner. The Diego Maradona Stadium is stunned at Sampdoria struggling to stay in the league. Have pretty much sealed our fate. We're back for another round of Serie A football. Huge delight all around. Full time goes, and that secures another season back in Serie A football. We really picked up good momentum, and right here, especially against former Scudetto winners Napoli over here, especially in Naples, we really performed that we deserve to be back in the top flight of Italian football. And that's where we're going to stay, 13th place in our returning season back to Serie A football. It was a little bit nervous, but you know what? We got the job done, and I'm quite happy with the process. Top goal scorers going into this season is, of course, Francesco Camada with a very impressive 23 goals, 18 for newest signing William Osler. With the most assists going into it, it is Felices with 11, 10 for Jamie Protector. And we look at the squad right here. Some young lads got some real tough medicine when it comes to Serie A football. But I'm hoping to build with every year. It's another year of experience. And to be fair, player of the season, it's really tough. But I'm actually going to give it to Felices, the midfielder. Such a good player, finding those balls so easily. This is why we activated £5 million to buy in January, because it was absolutely worth it. But that is the end of another season for Mr. Hawk Sampdoria's side. Stay tuned for season number 3 as we hope to rebuild and go on for much bigger glory for next season. If you enjoyed today's episode, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you lovely people later.